Welcome to my little reading corner. Today I want to share with you the books that I want to read this year. These are books that have been in my library for way too long. This is going to go hand in hand with my book buying ban. I'm not going to buy more books until I read like 50% of my library. So this is working towards that goal because these last 2 years I went so crazy buying books, which is great. Like I love seeing them in my library. I think it looks super cute. I love the aesthetic. I love having books everywhere, but I don't see a point in buying more if I haven't even read majority of the books here. The books that I'm going to list today, they're in no particular order. Like I said, they're just books that I need to read through. I first want to start off with the books that I got in the UK. I went in November of last year, of 2020. No. Wait, was it? Not last year. I went in 2023. Yes. I went in 2023. So these have been sitting for a year already that I have not read, so we're gonna go through these first. The first book is The Invisible Life of Addy Laro. So this is like 18th century France, and it's about a woman named Addy, and she makes a bargain. She gains immortality from this bargain, but she's cursed to be forgotten by everyone she meets. I have heard such good things about V.E. Schwab. I've never read any of her works or anything like that, and I've actually started this one on an audiobook, and I liked like the first 2 chapters. It was really interesting. It starts with her waking up in someone's bed, and he has absolutely no idea who she is, obviously, even though they just spent the night together. So it's pretty interesting. I'm excited for this one. The next ones that I have on my TBR is the Before the Coffee Gets Cold trilogy. So there's actually 3 books in this, but they're pretty small. They're like 100 or so pages long. Let's see. I'm asking ChatGPT to give me summaries of these books, so that's what I'm doing here. This is a heartwarming and reflective series set in a small, unassuming cafe in Tokyo. The cafe offers the unique opportunity for patrons to travel back and forth in time. However, there are strict rules, including that they must sit in a specific chair and they cannot leave the cafe and must return before their coffee gets cold. The trilogy emphasizes the power of living in the present, cherishing connections, and finding meaning in even the simplest moments. I've heard that these are like really emotional because these characters are given the opportunity to go back in time and revisit loved ones, and it's like different stories. I think there's like 3 or 4 stories within this book, so I feel like they would just be really easy and quick to read through, and I feel like it would just expand my mind. I really want to like read more books that will challenge me versus like reading like all of these, which they're amazing and probably my favorite books in the world, but this year I want to challenge myself to just like broaden my mind. The next one is If We Were Villains. I had my eye on the UK cover for years, and so when I went to London, this was like the number one thing that I was looking for, and I'm obsessed with this cover. It's compared a lot to The Secret History, which where did I get this? I got this when I was on the way to France. I got this in the London airport, which it's the UK cover as well. This UK cover, chef's kiss. I'm obsessed. If We Were Villains is a dark academic thriller set in an elite arts college. Love that. Where a group of 7 Shakespeare-obsessed theater students become entangled in a murder. The novel explores themes of guilt, loyalty, the destructive power of ambition. It's a gripping literary mystery filled with Shakespearean drama and tension. Perfect for fans of dark academia. Love this. I love my theater-obsessed college students. From what I've read, it's very similar to The Secret History, but those are Greek mythology. Like Greek students. So I'm sorry, it's been like 2 years since I read that book. Super excited about this one. I feel like I'll look really smart, really cute reading this one. Period. Next is a classic. So I don't know if it's considered a classic actually. Oh yeah. well, but The Virgin Suicides. Look at this UK cover. How adorable. Like, I want to be seen just like reading this. I tried to read it. I took it with me to my birthday trip to California and never even opened it because we were too busy partying. I've seen like clips of the movie by Sofia Coppola. Love. Haven't watched it, but I think I'll probably watch it after the book. So Virgin Suicide is a haunting coming-of-age novel that examines life and tragic deaths of 5 Lisbon sisters in a quiet suburban town in the 1970s. Love. All of these are really good. Like, I have a lot of good books in this library that I just have not even thought of. The novel explores themes of adolescence, repression, obsession, the elusiveness of understanding others. Through lyrical prose and nostalgic reflection, it paints a dreamlike yet devastating portrait of innocence, lost, and the lingering impact of tragedy. So again, this just goes along with the theme of I want my reads this year to challenge me. I want the dirty, I want the gritty. Honestly, I love really, really morally gray characters and just like things that are not super cookie cutter. I'm not really like a rom-com kind of girly. I like there to be layers. I like there to be like extra like gritty dirtiness underneath. So far my picks seem like they're gonna hit. Now let's get into the classics that I want to read this year. First one is Lolita. This one's not even my book. It's my friend's book, and she gave it to me like probably like a year ago. So I need to give it back to her, meaning that I need to read it. So it's probably more like on my must read ASAP. But y'all know Lolita. You guys know Lolita. But let me give you a little summary. Lolita is one of the most controversial novels that's ever to be written, so that's already very interesting to me. Lolita is narrated by a middle-aged literature professor who becomes infatuated and really obsessed with a 12-year-old named Dolores. Not ChatGPT literally being like, we can't even tell you this. Babe, I can get the summary anywhere else. Whatever. Apparently it's so disturbing that even ChatGPT doesn't even want to talk about it. So, I mean, it's a classic. I have to know. I have to read it. I know it's probably going to be really uncomfortable. Now that I think about it, it's actually kind of weird. Like, why would someone write that? It's kind of weird. Anyways, I'm still going to read it. It's here, so... Next, I'm super excited about this one. First of all, let's look at the cover of this. Little Women. When I tell you that Little Women with Timothée Chalamet and Saoirse Ronan is in my top 5 movies, it's probably like number 2, and it could possibly be number 1 favorite movies of all time. Absolutely adore the movie so much. Never read the classic. I am just so ready to like dive into this. I started it when I was in New York. I can't wait to like really just dive into this and really, really get to know all the sisters. I really want to know more about Lori. I want to know how Amy and Lori end up together. As good as the movie is, there's just like so much that happens. They have to pack so much into that movie that like I need to know the nitty gritty details of what everyone's thinking. Like, truly. So I'm so excited to read this. And the cover, I mean, like, I will judge a book by its cover. I'm sorry. Like, I love holding really cute books. I love reading really cute books. I love how I look reading really cute books. So next category is books that have been really, really popular on TikTok that I haven't got around to. This has been more my speed over the past few years. My favorite genre is probably romantasy, which is fantasy romance. My girlies, if you know, you know. First one is Beach Read by Emily Henry. This is the UK cover. This is one of the only books that I haven't read from Emily Henry yet. I still haven't read Funny Story either, but I'm waiting for the paperback to come out because I love my paperbacks. I'm obsessed with her other books. Book Lovers and Happy Place is probably my top 2 books of hers, so I'm excited for Beach Read. I'll probably wait until the weather is warmer because I'm such a mood reader. I love when my books correlate with the season, or if I'm on vacation, I love my books to align with that. Beach Read is a heartfelt and witty romance about 2 struggling writers, January and Augustus. As they spend time together, their walls begin to crumble and they discover that their lives and emotions are far more complex than they assumed. Along the way, secrets are revealed, wounds are healed, and they find themselves falling for each other in a way neither expected. Love that. The novel is a perfect blend of humor, vulnerability, romance, exploring themes of grief, self-discovery, and the redemptive power of love. Well, I feel like Emily Henry always gives like the same realm of depth, which I appreciate. Definitely the only rom-coms that I have enjoyed. I'm excited. I think these are really lighthearted, contrary to what the summary said. To me, these are really lighthearted and like really feel-good books, so we'll definitely be picking her up sometime. Next is Belladonna. So this one had a huge craze on TikTok. I have heard it described as the gothic version of Bridgerton, which I am here for 110%. And the cover as well, like, oh, so good. This one might be sooner than later just because it gives like colder weather, and right now Florida's pretty cold. Belladonna is a gothic fantasy novel about a young woman with a mysterious connection to death. Orphaned as a baby, Signa has been passed from one guardian to another, all of whom have met their untimely deaths, leading to whispers that she is cursed. Death itself has always followed her, yet she has an unusual immunity to its touch. Belladonna is a tale of empowerment, love, and embracing one's destiny, perfect for fans of dark and atmospheric fantasy. Yeah, definitely need to read this soon. I have been wanting to pick this up, maybe in February. Probably pick this up. Now, can we believe that I have not read Fourth Wing? Fourth Wing was probably the biggest book on Book Talk. It's about dragons, dragon riders. Fourth Wing is a thrilling fantasy novel set in the War College of, I can't pronounce that, where the most elite dragon riders are trained to protect their kingdom. It says Fourth Wing is packed with high stakes action, sizzling romance, and political intrigue. Love that. Set in a richly imagined world of dragons and magic, it's a gripping story about resilience, trust, and finding your place in a world that demands strength. I want to see for myself whether it's overhyped, whether it's properly hyped. Nonetheless, I'm super excited because I love a little fantasy book. And the last book that I have on my 2025 TBR is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I'm currently reading Catching Fire right now, so I know I'll eventually get to this, but I know that I must read this because the new Hunger Games book is coming out next month, in February or March, not sure. This one is pretty much like President Snow, origin story. The chokehold that this movie had on me, that Tom Blythe had on me, buzz cut Tom Blythe, platinum blonde buzz cut Tom Blythe. The chokehold that he had on me circa November 2023 needs to be studied. Whatever. Anyways, I know that Suzanne Collins, her writing, her books are incredible. Catching Fire right now has me with my jaw on the floor. I could go on and on. I could do a whole video on Hunger Games and just talking about PETA. Oh my gosh. And okay, anyways, let me not. Songbirds and Snakes, basically villain origin story of the main villain in the Hunger Games. I definitely want to read it before the new book comes out. Well, there you have it, guys. There is my 2025 TBR. I hope that you guys enjoy this type of content. If you guys want to follow my reading journey throughout the year, I do have Fable and I have Goodreads, all under the same username, ilianacen. Let's be friends, let's follow each other and hold each other accountable with our reading goals. And let's just be smarter, hotter, and more intellectual in this new year. Was that a good outro? Love you guys, and I'll see you on my weekly vlog probably this Sunday. Who's calling me? Who are you? Okay, bye.